Hi and welcome. This is Cousin Russ. I had an interesting question that I saw on one of the message boards, and that is how to handle the race fact that comes through with some records from Ancestry.com. I would take a minute or two to show you how I handle that. I'm going to a person who was in the 1910 census, and the record is saying that his race was white. There's also a death certificate that also said that he was white. Now, that's not necessarily important, except that in the description of this uh, video, I put a link to Ancestry.com's African American collection. I found an ancestor because of that link, the fact that I was able to search specifically for Mulatto, which is one of my ancestors. Uh, so let me show you how I have that. This is another one of those things that I care about. You'll see the padlock up here on Find a Grave. That's something for me. So the question becomes, how do I take care of that? Now, I want every time that that fact comes in to Family Tree Maker, I want to make it private. I go into the edit menu that's up here. I come down to manage facts, and there's a list of facts that are in the database, that are in my database, and if you don't see race there, then you don't have that fact in your database, I do not believe. So I click on race, and then I click on properties. And on the properties page, it tells me what options that I can choose. I'm going to use the description only, but I'm going to mark it private by default. That means that every time the race fact is brought into Family Tree Maker, it will show up as private. Now you notice that there is no padlock by the race fact. That's because it's already in my database. So what I need to do is click on options and then mark as private. So now the race fact is marked as private. So that took care of that person. Now, so I'm sure that I have others. So I'm going to the tree view, and I have a filter that has 4 people that have the race factor. Now, I'm going to delete that filter because I want to show you how to turn that filter on. I want to click on filter, and then I'm going to say filter in. Now, I guess I should clear out what's there. Filter in all facts. I'm going to scroll down and pick up the race fact again, and I'm going to say the race is not blank. That means that anytime that the race has something in it, that I'm going to get that list. Now I'm going to click OK, and now there are 4 people who have something in the race fact. So I now have those 4 people over here. We already took care of him. Now I'm going to go to the next person, click on person, go down to race, and mark it as private. I'm going to go back to the tree view. I'm going to the next person. I'm going to click on person, going to select race. I'm going to mark it as private, and I'm going to click on the 4th person and person and race and mark as private. Now every if the next time I do a web merge that comes from Ancestry, everyone will come in with the race fact marked as private. It's for my information. Like I said, I was able to find a relative because I was able to search records that have in the records that are indexed the race. Census records is one of them. The death certificate would have been another had I been looking for a death certificate. I hope that helps. Something to think about. Have a great day.